And welcome to another video. It's Ultimate or Ultimate Gamer 19,000, and I am here today to explain to you the Fiend Warlock. My bad from the burp. So now, the first feature you get as the Fiend Warlock is an expanded spell list. So you get some new spells, which on a scale they are pretty good. Burning Hands, Command, Scorching Ray, Fireball, Fire Shield, Wall of Fire. They're all pretty good spells. So I definitely do think the spell list is pretty good. And compared to other spell lists, not the best, but definitely not the worst. So yeah, overall, much approved. Next, we get the Dark One's Blessing. At first level, when you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, you gain a temporary hit points equal to your Charisma modifier plus Warlock level. So at maximum 25, at bare minimum like 4 overall. Good feature, but definitely going to be a hard one to track. So try to remember this feature because it is very important. But I don't blame you if you forget it. Heck, I probably will forget it too. I'm not one to judge. But overall, for first level features, not the strongest, but definitely good ones. I definitely know of other Warlock subclasses that give a whole lot stronger first level features. So yeah, let's we'll get into those when we get into them. Next, we get Dark One's Own Luck. Starting at 6th level, you can call on your patron to alter fate in your favor. When you make an ability check or saving throw, you can use this feature to add a D10 to your roll. You can do so again after using the initial roll before any roll effects occurs. Oh, so you can basically roll, but before any effects, you use this. Once you use this feature, you can't do so until a short or long rest. This feature overall, it's pretty good. Again, buffs to short rest. The Warlock is the power napper god of all power nappers. I like to call warlocks. They're right there with the monks and fighters. They're always sleepy after a combat encounter. They always want to fall asleep, which I don't blame. Combat's very taxing on the body. Um, so yeah, overall, Dark One's Unlock is very strong, basically giving you a free high-level Bardic Inspiration to add to any roll. Of course, that's going to be powerful. Next, we get Fiendish Resilience. Starting at 10th level, you can choose one damage type. When you finish a short or long rest, you gain resistance to that damage type until you choose a different one. Damage from magical weapons or silver weapons ignore this resistance. So again, buffing your short rest. So the Warlock's going to be even more tired now. The Warlock truly is the king of being a heavy sleeper, I like to call him. Which I do find pretty funny. That, like, they like sleeping. I bet it's so funny that, like, the guy who sells their souls is so benefit on taking short rests. And I always just found that so funny. Like, you sell your soul for power, but oh no, one combat encounter, you're kind of tired now. I just think that's pretty damn funny. Hurl through hell. Starting at 14th level, when you hit a creature with an attack, so anytime, you can use your feature to instantly teleport the target towards the lower planes. The creature disperses and hurls through a nightmare landscape. At the end of its next turn, the target returns to the space it previously occurred, or the nearest unoccupied space. If the target is not a fiend, it takes 10d10 psychic damage, as it reels from its horrific experience. You can't do so until you finish a long rest. Holy hell, bro! What is this feature? You literally just send someone to hell for like a second, and then it just come back heavily traumatized. Okay, I definitely underranked this spell. I did not think it was. Wow, it's. Oh gosh. You just basically, heavily traumatized your foes without even spending a spell slot. Oh gosh, that's. Okay, you know what? Yeah, that's a good one. I'll give you that. That's a good one. Oh gosh, I don't know why that's so funny to me, bro. Just said so what the hell. They're like they get tortured for like 1 second, come back heavily traumatized. Oh gosh. Alright, next. For some spells I would recommend picking, of course, Eldritch Blast! I'm always recommend picking Eldritch Blast. It is the strongest cantrip in the game. And if you can pick it, pick it. Again, powerful. Yeah, just I mean, there's not much to really say. It's like, yeah, pick Eldritch Blast, because who wouldn't pick Eldritch Blast? Honestly, then, I don't know, they don't get Firebolt, which I'm surprised. You think the class that sells their souls will get more fire-related magic, huh? You really think? no, pick any other cantrip you like. Mage hand, I guess you could say a little like devil hand that you can conjure. For first level spells, Hex. Um, like come on, Eldritch Blast and Hex it's too powerful. Also, Hellish Rebuke is also pretty damn strong. And also it just like it's canon. Like you're playing a Fiend Warlock, you would have a effect called Hellish Rebuke. You can't tell me you wouldn't. So it just it's like putting two and two together. Like yes, you would have a spell called Hellish Rebuke. Like come on, Cause Fear. You can also have that. You are pretty hellish. Some would say. Again, Darkness, another good spell. Hold Person, good spell. Invisibility, good spell. Misty Step. I just there's just so many good spells here. Honestly, most Warlock spells you can't pick a bad one. I don't really see many here that wouldn't like be super powerful. I mean, summon lesser demons, canon. It like you could say you're summoning your patron's underlings, or if your patron is like a lower level demon, you just summon your patron to like help you fight. Um, but I don't. It's I don't. I think there's a spell that's like straight up just like summon fiend. I don't know. Yeah, summon fiend. So at what sixth level, you can straight up just summon your patron. Well, not probably to the extent of their full powers, but you straight up just could summon in your patron, and they'll be like, "Rrr!" And that can be pretty damn cool. Just being able to, oh no, I'm dying, psych! I summoned my patron, just ravage my enemies, which is definitely pretty damn strong. So now you may be asking, what Eldritch invocations would I take? Well, actually, not to spoil it. Well, what pact magic would I take? Pact of Chain. Yeah, that's not much of a question in my opinion. It's kind of like, it's like putting two and two together. Like, of course, you're gonna take the thing that gives you a fiend. I feel like awfully a lot with the warlock. The fiend warlock just seems to like mix with the flavor of a warlock so well. Because like, look, Pact of the Chain, you can summon an imp as one of your familiars. Like, okay, let's just say that imp is something your demon god, your patron gave you. Because he's like, have a pet. You always wanted a pet dog as a child. Have a pet imp, and that's good. And also, the other invocations for Pact of Chain are pretty strong. Chains of custody. Hold monsters are right. But even something like this, I mean, Gift of the Ever Living One. When you regain hit points while your familiar is within 100 feet of you, which it most likely will be, treat any dice roll to determine the hit points you regain as having rolled their maximum value. This can be very strong. And overall, this is a really good feature. And if you have a cleric in your party, then they're gonna be healing you up. Also, Investment of the Chainmaster, another must-have feat in my opinion. Your familiar gains a flying speed of 40 feet. As a bonus action, your familiar can take the attack action. Your familiar's weapon is considered magical for overcoming resistance and immunity. As always, if your familiar forces a creature to make a saving throw, it uses your spell save DC, not your familiar's. Your spell save DC. And also, when your familiar takes damage, you can use a reaction to grant a resistance against that damage. It's yes, it's just beyond strong. So now what? Now what? So now what Eldritch invocations would I recommend? Agonizing Blast, making your Eldritch Blast even stronger, powerful. Armor of Shadows, really strong. But overall, I think for level 2, I'd recommend Agonizing Blast and Armor of Shadows as the first two you pick. Then I would recommend picking Invest with the Chainmaster as your third Eldritch invocation. Then probably Gift of the Ever. Okay, I think Eldritch. I think this one Eldritch Investment of the Chainmaster. Then Devil's Sight. Then Gift of the Ever Living One. And then after that, I mean, just take whatever you want. Oh, you can take Eldritch Spear to make your Eldritch Blast a literal freaking 50 cal, bare 50 cal, just sniping from across the world. So those are the invocations I would recommend. Overall, to getting into like the multi-classing and overall just final thoughts. The Warlock Fiend is very strong. If you want to play in a campaign, I would recommend playing it. Now granted, you might your patron might make you do evil things, but I feel like that's expected. Or if you want to, You can try to ask your DM, maybe try to flavor your background to being one of these fiends, like maybe your fiend is a good person, but he just wants to, he has such a bad rep. He wants to clear his bad rep, so he takes you to clear his bad rep as a bad person. So just because you pick a fiend patron doesn't mean yours has to be evil. But make sure you talk with the DM, because most of the times, where some of my players allow me to pick their patron, I'm like, okay, your patron's either going to be evil or going to be good. So, but just because you pick a bad, patron, just because you pick a fiend patron, doesn't mean it has to be evil. I'd recommend talking to your DM about that, because what if you want to play a warlock, you want to play a fiend warlock, but you don't want to be tied down by the fact that you're going to be an evil character, which I definitely understand. Multi-classes, sorcerer, strong, paladin, strong. This is gonna be a funny one. So, I role playing wise, this is gonna be real interesting. Um, yeah, paladin, sorcerer, bard. Again, all good. I think a bard multi-class would be interesting because you'd be like the devilish dancer. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Overall rankings, definitely this is an 8 out of 10. Very strong subclass, very good. Overall can be a really good build, and I think just picking imp, just having a flying imp buddy that can actually just claw into someone, and also I don't know if your familiar benefits from hex. I'm gonna have to look that up because if I do, then a lot of these might just be taking the familiar. But yeah, overall, that's it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, OT19 signing out. Peace.